Chris Grant with Polygon. I'm here with Rob Pardo, Chief Creative Officer of Blizzard Entertainment. And they're here to show us today their new game, HearthStone, Heroes of Warcraft. So Rob, first off, this is the first new, I guess you can call it a new IP from Blizzard in a while. Tell us a little bit about HearthStone and what the thinking is behind it.
We're really excited about HearthStone because it's definitely a different sort of game for us at Blizzard. You know, we've been doing these really huge games for quite a long time, you know, kind of those summer blockbuster sort of games. And it's really left a lot of ideas on the table that we wish we could do. So we created this small team, and we wanted to see, could we make a game with just 15 developers that was just as epic to play, but was much smaller in scope. So
you refer to a lot of Blizzard's games as summer blockbusters. I think of them as something a little different, more like platforms. You guys make these giant investments that summer blockbusters, Call of Duty maybe, from your sister company at Activision every year or two. Whereas Blizzard makes Diablo games every 10 years, you know? World of Warcraft came out 8 years ago. So that level of investment where you're making something like a platform that's gonna last for a really long time, is Hearthstone something like that? Is this something different?
Well, I think, you know, a lot of people now talk about how games are like a service.
Right.
And that's been something that at Blizzard, we've really been treating our games like that for a very long time. We've always been very community focused. And even back when, before like free-to-play business models or subscription business models came around, we've always wanted to make sure our games had a lot of longevity. And with Hearthstone, it's really no different, even though it's a new business model and obviously it's a smaller game. We really always like to pick games that have a lot of longevity and have the potential for us to support that community for as long as people want to play the game, really.
How long have you guys wanted to splinter off a smaller team like this, 15 people, and make a game? Is this project a long time in the works? You know, when did you start thinking about it or planning it, and then obviously developing?
I would say the genesis of it has really gone back a long time because as our games have gotten bigger and the development cycles have gotten bigger, there's been these ideas out there that we just never felt like we could capitalize on or do more with. A really good example of that was during Warcraft 3. And Warcraft 3 had a really vibrant mod community, and you would see these really cool mods within the Warcraft 3 community, you know, like tower defense maps, or you would see something like Defense of the Ancients. And you know, when those things were coming out of our community, and we were like talking about, hey, it would be really great if we had a smaller team that could do the really awesome Blizzard standalone game of that. You know, and then you fast forward 5 years and you have like Plants vs. Zombies is out by a former Blizzard developer, and then you got League of Legends, which is out there, which also has a bunch of former Blizzard game developers. And these are games that we kind of wish we would have the opportunity because we saw them happening in our own community, but we weren't able to capitalize on it. So finally now, we said, you know what, we want to have a smaller team that can capitalize on these opportunities when we see them, rather than always have to kick off the 5-year development schedule and ramp up a 100-person team.
So would I be mistaken for reading that as saying that you guys are interested in making more of these types of games?
It's definitely something we'd like to do. I mean, we're still a big company with a lot of dev teams, with a lot of competing priorities, but a lot of the experiment of Team 5 was not just, hey, let's just do Hearthstone. The hope was that Hearthstone was just a stepping stone to be able to do more innovating, experimental games and be able to do things that the bigger teams just aren't structured with their dev cycles and team sizes to be able to do.
In an interview earlier today, somebody else at Blizzard said that there's a chance that Hearthstone could make its way into World of Warcraft. Is that a way in leveraging your kind of existing audiences to try and get something like Hearthstone, you know, growing faster, to kind of kickstart it?
Not really, because let's say eventually we do get it into World of Warcraft. I would say by then Hearthstone will have been out for quite some time, so it's either going to be successful or not successful by then. The reason to put it in WoW, if we ever do it, is more just because we think it'd be fun to exist within World of Warcraft, not because it somehow is going to elevate Hearthstone in some meaningful way.